Hello everybody and welcome back to Big Dan's channel. I am, of course, as always, Big Dan, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Joker film, Folie, Deux. Now, first off, going into this, the original film is one that I also had the pleasure of seeing at the cinema when it came out in 2019, if I remember correctly. That one I did actually quite like quite a bit, and to be honest, even as soon as I heard that the second film was going to be announced, I was pretty sceptical around it. And when I heard it was a musical as well, I became even more skeptical. Now, I know people have probably heard quite a bit negative stuff about this film, and to be honest, on Letterboxd and sites similar to it, the reviews haven't been the most favourable towards it. I will say this, it's not a masterpiece, and in all honesty, it definitely didn't need a sequel. Like, I remember Moist Critical, who I watched quite a bit, even said that apparently there never was going to be a second one. It was just always going to be one and done until they found out how much money it made. So this is basically a bit of a cash grab. Overall, I'd say the film's definitely not as bad as people are saying it is, but it's still just alright. It's genuinely nothing special. When it comes to the musical aspect of it, I'm a bit mixed on it in that sometimes the introduction of songs and that placement within the film, it is a bit jarring at times, whereas other times I'm like, okay, you know what, this probably works a bit. But one consistent thing I can say nicely about the film is that the music throughout is always pretty decent, and there's never any part of it where I thought it was really sort of bad, shall we say. Like, it's never particularly sort of poor. Like, I don't know, just it never felt like cash grabby in at least the score that they wrote for it, so I can at least say that in respect for it. And when it comes to the performances as well, I know she was in A Star Is Born, which, just a heads up, I've never seen before. But Lady Gaga's performance did actually quite impress us here. She was decent for a singer. And as well as that, Joaquin, I'll say this, it's not as good as the original performance he gave, but in his defence, there wasn't really any sort of big moments from to show off sort of thing. So I think, to be fair, as I said, his performance is still decent, just not as good as it was in the original. I think it's kind of a case of like, it's not that he was badly acting, it's more so that he was never really given a chance to shine. So that it's more kind of a writing problem in that respect rather than one that to do with his actual acting within the film. Pacing wise, I'd say it is actually fairly well paced. The last act, I'll admit, has a big event in it that just comes literally out of nowhere, and it's just so random. And to be honest, I wasn't a massive fan of the last act of the film, but other than that, it was fairly well paced. Like, I never particularly felt bored at any point or anything like that. There was always sort of something going on within the film, so I can at least say something for it is that it doesn't really drag on top of some of the other positives I've mentioned. Because I know, again, this is a very mixed film, and I know a lot of people have hated on this. I just don't think it was that bad. One big problem I had with the film, though, and it is probably its biggest downgrade from the original, when it comes to this commentary on sort of the social issues that the first one showed off and was commenting on constantly and actually being really effective at, it just doesn't really comment on them that much, or at least not to the scale that the original one did. So it feels just like a massive sort of step downwards from where the original one is when it was talking about these sort of social issues. And to be honest, I just thought it could have been, I don't know, a bit more comment and sort of on like how, because Arthur in this state is in what I think is the asylum. I don't think it's a prison, but it seems like a lot of the people in there seem fairly mentally stable, or if they aren't, they're still pretty dangerous. And rather than being sort of like a padded, safe cell, he's in what essentially feels like a prison. And I genuinely did think it was that for the most part until I found out otherwise. And as well as that, there's like, it's not a spoiler or anything like that, and trigger warning for sexual violence here, but there was a problem where when there's supposedly a scene later on where he gets raped apparently by some of the guards, but I honestly didn't tell that was going on until we found out afterwards, because I went to see this with my girlfriend. But it just seemed really shoehorned in and never really commented on or anything like that. And I don't know, it just kind of came out of nowhere. But I can't say in its favour for the ending of it, because yeah, the ending, I'll not spoiler it, but the ending, as I said, for all I wasn't a fan of the last act, because it's like tone kind of just changed like literally out of nowhere. And while that sounds nice for like a, you know, unpredictability kind of thing, it's like when it comes to the genre, it's kind of like, oh, okay, like, you know, kind of just doesn't seem to fit, if that makes sense. But still, I could enjoy the ending of it because it was honestly pretty shocking, and I'm a little bit embarrassed of myself that I didn't really see it coming. and there has been a lot of speculation online about the ending of the film, so if you want to go into those articles, be my guest. I'm not going to stop you, but just know that I'm not going to give spoilers here or anything like that. But yeah, that's about all I've got to say about the film. It's pretty unnecessary. Like, I'll link the article I wrote afterwards in here, but I remember saying as I left the screen, did it need a sequel? No. Did I somewhat enjoy it? I guess. Like, I think that's enough to say, like, yeah, it was enjoyable enough, but it really didn't need a sequel. And as I said, it never was planned. And to be honest, I'd say if you're watching the first one, just kind of stop after that, because if you watch the second one, you'll just, I feel like every time you go back to rewatch the first one, you'll sort of keep thinking back to this second one. It'll probably mar your opinion of it, because it's just like an unnecessary sequel and unnecessary musical. But putting all that out the way, bit of a mixed bag. It was enjoyable enough, but still just alright. So for all the reasons I've given, my final verdict for Joker Folie Deux is a 6 out of 10. Again, based on the ratings I'd seen, I also thought this could have been ended up as a like 4 out of 10 or something like that. It was carried by Lady Gaga, and to be honest, the courtroom scenes, they were alright, but they weren't really anything special. They kind of went how you expected. There is one little bit out of the trailer that's not actually in the final film. Again, I'll not spoil anything about what that is, because I want you to be able to go out and watch this if you haven't already. Well, if you want to watch it. But yeah, it's just a bit of a mid unnecessary sequel, and it didn't really need to be made. Like, it should have just been a one and done, is basically all I'm trying to say here. But yeah, it's out there. It's alright, but it was just an unnecessary sequel. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. I've been Big Dan, and I am out. Peace.